Hi everyone, it's Britt here. How are we going? It's Friday here in Australia and it's 5 days before my FFS. So let's quickly talk about that. That's what this video is going to be all about. I've posted a few sort of countdown posts in the last couple of days, and thank you to everybody who has given me encouragement and well wishes, and those of you who said that I don't actually need to have the procedure in the first place. And that's actually something I really want to address today. Now, I guess this is for everybody who's watching this, whether you're on a journey or not. I think what it comes down to is you have to do things in life for you. I fully appreciate the commentary. I really do. Thank you for the encouragement and the lovely, kind words that you continually provide to me. But at the end of the day, I'm doing this for me, and it needs to be for me. It can't be for anybody else. Sure, it's kind of like it's for me and how I feel in the world and how the world views me. So in some kind of way, it does involve you and everybody else, but it's mostly for me, and the decision needed to come from me. The same when I started hormones. It had to come from me. I wanted to transition. I wanted to live my truth. And only I could give myself that advice. And that's what I did, and here we are. So I'm really going to put myself out there right now. I did comment on a couple of comments. I did reply to a couple of comments. The thing with facial feminization surgery is, I think, in my opinion, it addresses the one area that lets a lot of us down, me included in this equation. It's our side profiles. Now, looking at me straight on, and I look at myself in the mirror straight on, and I think, wow, I look all right. And I'm really pleased with what hormones have done to my face. They've definitely softened my features and moved things around and given me a much more feminine look than I had before starting. However, and here we go, here's the scary bit. Now, I'm only going to do this quickly, because this is the reason why I'm getting this surgery. Now, already I've taken my glasses off, and you can see this brow ridge, right? Even from the front, the glasses do a good job of helping to disguise. I might be a little bit naive. But it's this, and it's this that do me no favors. Now I'm going to turn for a second, do a side profile, and you'll see exactly what I mean. All right, here we go. All right. Are you ready? All right. So there it is, all right? You can see the ridge, and you can see the neck profile. Now, that's all you're going to get. I was a large person who was into lifting heavy things, did a lot of mountain biking, a lot of swimming, and that's surfing and that type of thing. So I do have large proportionates around those areas. So looking straight on once again, it's not too bad, but from the side you've now seen. So let's call that my before, and I'll do the same after. Fingers crossed, please, that I get the results that I'm after. So that's why I'm doing it. I'll briefly go over, I probably have posted this in the past. My initial consultation with my surgeon, and for your interest, is Dr. Robert Knight from Sydney. I'll be actually having my procedure done in Wollongong Private Hospital, which is my hometown. I was born in Wollongong Public Hospital, just down the road, so it kind of seems fitting. So I recall he sat me down, put a mirror in front of my face and said, tell me what it is you don't like about yourself. Kind of like that show Nick type that was on years ago. And I started with my hairline, no problem. Brow bone, no problem. Eyes, nose, cheeks, lips, chin, etc. I'm okay. But from here down is my major. So the brow bone and my neck, my two major areas of concern. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, oh, you could do with a little bit of work here. The actual jawline, I believe, and my surgeon agrees, is not too bad. But once the facelift is done, those jowls there, remember I'm almost 49, so just give me a little bit of leeway. Those jowls there will be smoothed out. There's a lot of liposuction in there. There's a lot of hardware, let's call it, that goes in, hooks and things and cables that go up to attach to your temple to achieve that lift. So that's what I'm getting done. Total cost about 45k Australian. I do qualify to access my superannuation early. That's a government structured funding program that is mandatory in Australia to fund retirement. I've been lucky enough, or fortunate enough, or in hindsight, smart enough, to have been making additional contributions my entire working career. So I'm well above the curve as far as my fund goes, and my fund has performed quite well. So yeah, it's really not going to be much of a difference to take that money out, but I don't have that cash. So those of you who labelled me as, privileged, I'm by no means wealthy by any stretch of the imagination. You live to your means. I have a very good job, but I've worked extremely hard to get there. Don't know how I got onto that. Which, let's just talk a sec about privilege, and it did tick me off. If you saw a week or so ago, I was pretty ticked off, and I don't often get frustrated about those kind of things. But here's the thing, if you're a male to female transgender person, you know that the biggest privilege that you've given up, that you've handed over, is your male privilege. And the thing about male privilege is you don't know you've got it until it's gone. When you're being run by that evil poisoning that we call testosterone, you don't know you've got that privilege. It's when you don't have it, it becomes really obvious. And I've spoken about that on numerous occasions. So yeah, I suppose there's still a bit of residual feeling about those comments about me being privileged. Now look, I know as far as transitioning goes, I do thankfully hold a level of privilege that I'm very thankful for, but in comparison to who I was, white, male, middle-aged, in an executive job, that was pretty much the dictionary definition of privilege. So I've given that away. I'm just doing the best that I can with what I have. Anyway, I didn't mean to get political. Please, that's not what I'm about. Back to the surgery. So 5 short days. I'm terrified. I'm scared. I know I'm still smiling, but it's just my defense mechanism. Yeah, it's really getting real. It really is. And there's the question mark still hanging over the funding. I'm looking at my computer screen now. I've got post tracking up for all the paperwork that I've sent to my super fund to release the money. I've got the approval from the Australian Tax Office to release the money, so that's good. But it needs to go to my super fund to actually process the transaction, so that money gets deposited into my bank account, so then I can actually pay the hospital, the surgeon and the anaesthetist for the procedure, which is, today's Friday, nobody works Saturday, Sunday. I'll have Monday and Tuesday to get this finalised. My goodness. I'm handing over with a colleague at work who's going to be looking after my area of responsibility while I'm away for 5 weeks. I'm taking 5 weeks off. So no doubt I'll have plenty of time to post you my journey, my FFS journey. I don't know how much I'll post straight away. It just depends on how I look. Right? I'm anticipating not real good. Anyway, that's my update. Thanks everyone. Thanks again for all your support. It's really appreciated. It really is. Like, I spend half my life here online. So I really do appreciate your comments and your support. So, all right, well, have a great day. Have a lovely weekend when you get to yours. The bad thing is pre-surgery, you have to avoid alcohol or abstain from alcohol. It's the weekend and no wine. Damn it. It'll be worth it. All right. Bye.